Over the last few months, I've been focusing on landing more music placements with artists, and so I've stepped back a bit from social media. And as I've been diving into this process, I realized there's so much that I really want to share with you guys along the way. And recently, I came across this really talented artist on TikTok. His name is Mason Dane, and I remember thinking to myself, he's really good. So I thought to myself, this would be the artist that I want to try and connect with and send music to. So today I'm cooking up with one of his acapellas to try and figure out what kind of vibe I can come up with. His style is very much in that pop top 40 realm, and so I feel like there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff that I'm gonna get to explore that I normally don't.
I just want something real, is that too much to ask now? Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah, love that I want, oh baby, I don't know. Is it even real or just for show? See, I be twisting all my feelings up. I ain't even try, bitches leave when the lease is up. Baby, pick it up. Call after call that I did it.
There's just something so fun about going through presets and just messing around like this, man. That was perfect, and I am just going to score dump log that.
Watch out.
It's a little bit like new jazz, maybe.
All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out. Say it's for the best girl that's up.
I usually like to try and add as many layers on top of this so that I can just build out the melodic parts and then just break those down for the arrangement. Once I found this preset, I really felt like the song needed some kind of arpeggiating lead. And since this tempo felt a little bit fast to play, the half-speed record feature inside of FL Studio came to save the day.
Watch out. All these girls just play me out. Watch out. Say it's for the best girl that's up. Hop out. Watch out.
I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna render to audio both a normal range and an octave up. That way, you know, you can just mess around with it a little bit more and have more fun with it. We don't want to have something that's so copy and paste simple that it doesn't have anything interesting to offer at a later point.
Watch out. All these girls just play me out. Watch out. Say it's for the best girl that's up. Hop out. I just want something real, is that too much to ask now? Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah.
Now I'm curious what this could sound like if I got rid of random notes, so it's just Shift M and then deleted those and then rendered that out. Those random notes might have pockets that the delay might fill, could be into something cool, I don't know. I might even just chop this into, I don't know, beats and then shrink these down a lot and then stretch it out to 400%. That might give me a little more to kind of mess with.
Watch out. All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out. Say it's for the best girl that's up.
Now, to me, as I'm listening to this, the vocal doesn't seem to be standing clearly anymore with all these different layers, and I don't like that. You know, that's not a cool vibe. That's not pro producer shit. So I gotta make sure that I also like blend it out.
I just want something real. Is that too much to ask now? Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah.
Recently, I've been working on making sure sounds in a mix don't get in each other's way. And one way I do this is by focusing on the main instrument's key frequencies. In this case, the vocal. I lower those same frequencies in the other instruments so the vocal has its own space and sounds clear.
Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah. Watch out. All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out. Say it's for the best girl that's up. Cop out. I just want something real, is that too much to ask now? Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah.
To me, this is sounding very clear and straightforward. Let's see if we can chop this into something cool. This part here sounded really interesting, so I'm gonna just use this as like a portion to repeat, and we'll just select it like that. That's our favorite one. Drop it down.
Watch out, say it's for the best guy. Say it's for the best guy.
And then I'll just copy this part over because this is the part that sounds good for this. So here's what we do end up keeping.
Watch out, all these girls just play me out shit. Watch out, say.
And that's how you're kind of making your own textures when you're making these beats. It's coming from just me experimenting and be like, oh, what can I do with this thing here? Audio, man. Rendered things to audio. You gotta, that's the cool bit.
I just want something real, is that too mystic? Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby.
And then his voice, just a little compression.
All these girls just play me out shit. Say it's for the best guy outside. Cop out. I just want something real, is that too mystic? Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby.
When I'm listening to this, I'm hearing some pop drums. And, you know, I don't think I've shown you guys too much pop cook-up stuff on my channel too much. It's one of my favorite genres to do. And the Super Stash here that I'm gonna use has everything I need.
Watch out, all these girls just play me out shit. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside.
Watching this back while I'm editing, I hope this video is inspiring you guys to actually play out some of your parts from time to time. And honestly, this part of producing is probably my favorite thing, playing the parts out on the keys.
All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside.
Keeping it simple and repetitive is probably my go-to thing when it comes to making pop music. I really wanted the groove here to lock in with the vocals and just have a nice syncopated pattern.
All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside.
Now you need some kind of like pop, like a little tonal clubbing.
Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call.
Find my pitch.
All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside. Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah, yeah. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside. Cop out, I just want something real, is that too mystic? Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah, yeah. Watch out.
And we just hit with a 4-stack.
Watch out.
When the beat is sounding as good as this one is, you want to make sure that your workflow is really dialed in. In my recent video, I dropped the Super Stash, which is a drum kit meant to have all kinds of sounds from different genres. And it's my go-to toolbox because it's packed with options. It's super organized so I can easily find the sounds I want, like this squashed acoustic hi-hat. But honestly, it's not just about picking the right sound. I'm always messing around with the ADSR, pitch, and timing to get everything to fit right. And a lot of new producers don't realize how big of a difference this makes, but it's what helps me get everything to sit together smoothly. And if you're looking for a sound library that's got it all, the Super Stash is definitely worth checking out. It's just a really solid kit, and it keeps getting better with the future updates.
I just want something real, is that too mystic? Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah, yeah.
This might be a cool sound for like a verse, but I think we need like a cool sound for the chorus, and that's gotta be something a little more high energy. So let's see what we can find in the pop snares.
All these girls just play me out shit. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside. Cop out, I just want something real, is that too mystic? Ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah, yeah. Watch out, say it's for the best guy outside. Cop out, I just want something real, is that too?
Maybe like a groove from Splice might help us just pull it all together.
Say it's for the best guy outside. Cop out, I just want something real, is that too mystic? Ask now. I just want someone call me.
This is it.
Yeah, yeah. Watch out. Say it's for the best guy outside. Cop out. I just ask now. Oh, I just want someone call me baby, yeah, yeah. Watch out, all these girls just play me.
This is already a bounce. We need like just some sort of enhancement to those snares, and some of these might work perfectly. These are just something to layer underneath your snare, and I find it gives me a lot of control to like just have these layered underneath like this.
Watch out, all these girls just play me. Watch out, say it's for the best.
And you don't even want to have them on every clap hit. You might just, you know, even pitch one of these up and some of these down.
Watch out, all these girls just play me. Watch out.
And I'm just moving them up and down in the octaves and listening to see how the phase and the transient of the snare drum kind of changes. And I can dial it in even more with the velocity once I find something that is soft and subtle in the higher notes registers. And the velocity is just blending it right into that transient.
I just want something real. Is that too much to ask now?
After spending some more time tweaking and arranging the beat, I grabbed my phone and sent over a few beats to Mason. Now, it's just a waiting game to see what he thinks. No idea if he's gonna vibe with them at all, but that's part of the journey, I guess. Reaching out, taking a chance, you never know where it might lead. Sometimes it's about connecting with new artists you're a fan of and seeing if you can add something to their sound. In the meantime, definitely go check out Mason's music. He's got some fire tracks, and who knows, maybe this is just the beginning. Not only with Mason, but with other artists on the rise, or even some bigger names. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.